Hey
Hi
guys, welcome back.
guys, welcome. Good to see you guys. Hear from you. Pop down below how you're doing, how your week has gone, and what's just on your mind
Right?
lately. We'd like to hear. We'd like to hear.
Yeah, this
So,
this week's here has been hot,
right,
crazy and
if
hot.
you're here in Arkansas at all, you know how warm it's been.
Right?
But hey, I think we're kind of used to it. It's
We're
not
getting there.
muggy. It's not that muggy heat yet.
It's not the humidity yet. It's
I
not there
mean,
yet.
it's a little bit, but not like it can get.
Right?
So that's probably
Of
coming.
course, this is only
So,
the 1st of June too. So
right? Yep. Happy
quick,
June.
right?
Wow.
First,
My goodness.
first day of June.
Some things are coming.
That's
So
right.
we're excited. So,
Right? I can't wait.
you
I just want to get it out there, but
know,
wait.
but it is. What are you talking about? The membership?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that. Membership is coming and we're really excited. It's coming here in June. We're getting close.
Right.
So it's again, now's the time to get involved in it because we have founders positions available in the membership. And now's the time to get it because, um, we have the special on that. And the neat thing about being a founder is that you get to uh, help us grow
Right.
the whole deal because we're building it, and as we're just doing it and building it as we go. It's not
Right.
like we have it built and we're going to present it to you. No, it's we are building it and bringing people in as we build it. And
Right.
as
So,
our mentor said, that's the best way to do it
well, yeah, because that way
because
everything's nice and fresh and
it's
bright.
well, that and it's the best thing to do because you get what you want.
Right.
You get what you need. You get to go,
And
hey, I'm struggling with this. What do you got?
right.
And we go, boom, 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 and we can just build it in,
Right.
and
It's not a cookie cutter.
right. And so you get
It's
it
it, it's
gets
it,
to be designed
you're
around
right.
you.
Right.
And so the money that you're putting into it gets well spent,
Right.
and the membership, it does cost, but you're going to get more of us personally,
Right.
more one-on-one with us, more, you get the attention from us as opposed to like the free group where everybody, you can't even really, other than messaging us in the chat and talking that way. But in the membership, you're actually going to get to see us and we get to see you, and you can actually have a conversation, and
Right.
it's going to be a completely different experience. Plus, you'll be able to access the portal where, hey, Meredith, you'll access the portal where our courses are going to land. And so we'll have specific topics where you'll be able to go through modules and learn and all of that. So you'll have access to that. So that's going to be pretty amazing too. So you get more of us, just more of us
Right.
with that's why. So that being said, uh, move on to what our topic is. There's 7 things that
Right.
uh, we all should know.
Well, yeah, and and I was talking with some old people, some other people, and I got this off with a few things. There's 7 things you should really know before you're getting older, because you learn through life. 7 things you learn in life.
Right?
So why not get it now? Why not understand it when you're younger?
Right?
So you don't get the
Because if I
potholes.
would have known some of these uh, at younger age, I would have been things would have been a lot different,
Right. A lot different.
But then again, that's what we're here for. So
Right.
you can glean off of some of the knowledge that we're gathering, some of the knowledge that we've got or getting from others. So yeah, this is pretty good stuff. I
Right.
say this is good meat. It's not just milk, it's meat,
Right.
So
Now there is 7 things. If we get to all 7 things today, great. If not,
right.
we'll do a part 2. So number one, then not next area order. I'm just saying number one because it just
Yeah,
helps
it's
keep
not.
track.
It's one in a list. It doesn't mean it's the number one thing you need to know.
Right.
That's not how this is laid out.
No, this
It's
is
just 7 things in general. Here it is.
right. Exactly.
Okay.
So,
And always, pop down below if any of these hit you, hit you good. So
right?
The first one.
All right.
If
So
you
the first
can
one.
read my handwriting, because I did not type this out today. I just wrote
So
it down.
number one, feeling sad after making a decision doesn't mean it was the wrong decision.
Right. You get that like a buyer's remorse
Right.
type thing. It's like, oh crap, why did I do that? And
I get that all the time.
but that doesn't necessarily mean it was a bad decision. So
No.
now you've got to step back and go, are we overthinking it? Because again, we could do a whole topic on overthinking because my mentors have done a whole thing on overthinking and how that can destroy you and stop you in your tracks.
Oh,
so
totally. Just hit the brakes hard. Overthinking. Sorry, we got a mutt here.
Sorry. Excuse me.
It's all good.
Oh.
The daughter's homework got something all over it.
Sorry. Anyway, apologize. This is life,
Right?
and we love it. So.
All right. So what do I mean by that? Like we bought a truck a couple years ago, right? A few years ago. After we bought the truck, I was like, oh man, we shouldn't have bought that. What am I doing? Man, I don't feel too good about that. Then all of a sudden I was like, you know what? No. Stop and think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, oh, wait a minute. This is perfect. We needed a truck. It fit the family better. It's not the ideal truck that I like, because I like a truck that's an 8-foot bed. Because I grew up with a
This
truck
one
with
had
an
a
8-foot
shorter
bed.
bed. Right.
But this has a shorter bed on it. So I have to get used to it or buy a trailer.
Right.
So I've been getting used to it. I still gripe about it a little bit.
Mhm.
But the truck is awesome. I love the truck.
Right.
And I'll probably keep it for the rest.
But the deal that we got financially with it,
right?
Yeah, you couldn't overcome that. I
No.
mean, so let's be real. It was zero interest
For the whole life.
for the loan. And so that was just okay. So any money that we're paying, it's actually going to the pay. There's no interest. It's zero interest. And it's like, so in the long run, it was a good decision.
Right.
Even though it's like, oh,
right.
Are you sure we should have just waited? Because it felt like that one period of time, like money got tight for a little bit.
You ever notice that?
But
every time you buy something and you think like, oh, it's a kind of a bigger purchase, not a huge purchase, a bigger purchase.
Mm-hmm.
After you buy it, everything is like,
right, can't pass that up. Right.
Gotta wait. Then it didn't relax us. And I don't quite understand that. Does anybody have an idea about that? I mean, because like you would like take for instance, buy a new monitor, right? It's $400. It's not high, but $400, right? Well, after that, it's like things are kind of tight, so we're going to put that money. We're going to do that money. How things are going to go, and then it's like that for like a month or 2 months, and then it's like all relaxes and like, oh, where'd that money come from?
So somebody else is feeling that very same way. So sometimes now I'm not the kind of person that's gonna, I don't go looking for the devil behind every corner.
Right?
But sometimes you kind of wonder, it's like, okay, is the devil just trying to fight you because you're trying to do good and you're trying to move forward and advance and grow and get better, and so you're just getting fought and hit, because we know the enemy doesn't want us to be who we are,
right?
Or succeed in our life. Doesn't necessarily have to be spiritually. We're talking our home life, anything. The devil doesn't want us to, survive,
right?
Really. Or
they're trying to break us apart,
because together we're stronger, and the more money we have, the more people we can reach, the more people we can help. So, the enemy doesn't like that. So he's going to try every little tactic in the book,
Right.
And so could we have been sideswiped? Again, there's that thought where it's like, oh, did we make the wrong decision? So there's that doubt that comes in.
So that's why, like when the Bible says, stop, slow yourself, and think about it.
And listen.
Right. And then once you do that, you're like, oh, okay, thanks a lot.
Right.
We'll move on.
Right. So moving on to number 2.
Right. Self-awareness is the realization that there is no opponent. It's you versus you. The only person you should compare yourself to is the person you were yesterday.
Right.
That's a deep one.
Right. So we need to be basically, again, kind of rephrasing that is like, we need to realize that there's no opponent here.
Right.
It's just you and you. And you need to be better than you were yesterday, better than you were a week ago. And that's what you need to be focusing on, how you're better and better. Even if it's a tiny move, a tiny step. Sometimes we do step back. We move forward two and a back step. But still, are we improving?
Okay, so here's my analogy for this: 1 step forward, 2 steps back.
Mm-hmm.
You step forward, you open the door, right? You got to step back to open the door up all the way, right?
Right.
Then you walk forward, so you have to take a step back to walk through that door.
Right. Or you can't get through the door because the door's in the way. Yeah. So you got to move out of the way to get into open the door.
Right.
Yeah. So it makes sense. But if we're moving forward, then we don't want to compare ourselves to anyone else. And that is a hard one.
Right.
For a lot of people, it's a hard one to not compare yourself to somebody else that may or may not be doing better as you. Right. Because again, that what appears to be doing better may not be doing better. So,
right.
You can't be comparing yourself to anyone.
No, because I know a few people, they're older, so they're gone now. But I know a few people that look rich, live the rich lifestyle and everything else, but they're broke, truly broke.
Mm.
But by golly, they had this, they had that, they went to here, they went to there. In reality, they were living off of borrowed money.
Yeah.
So you can't look at them, the people, and go, well, I want to be like that. You don't want to be the Waltons.
Right.
Be you.
Yeah.
Because the only person holding you back is you.
Mm-hmm.
So.
That's true. And that's another big point. Here is where the big fight is.
Right.
Between the ears is the biggest battle.
Right.
No matter in anything, spiritually, mentally,
relationship wise,
everything. The battle is here because we'll think something, but if you're not communicating it or you're not, there's always something you can do, but it's right here.
Right.
And sometimes it paralyzes you.
Oh, paralyzes. It makes you sick. I mean,
it could do many, many things.
Right.
So again, you versus you. So just keep moving forward and only see, basically you got to be like the horse Meredith like this. You got to be like the horse that has the blinders here and that focuses them to be here. So they can do what they're supposed to do. They have this so they can focus on what's ahead, not what's here and here, because that doesn't serve them.
And sometimes the little shiny object off to the side.
All the time.
We were talking about that this morning.
Right.
The little shiny object.
Yeah.
We're like, well, what about this? What about this? Well, I saw this today. What about this? Like, but what about all this stuff we're doing right now?
Right. So, the shiny object syndrome is very apparent. And yeah. So again, get those blinders on, get what focus, what you're supposed to be doing and doing that.
Right.
So number 3.
Number 3. All right. Sometimes saying goodbye doesn't mean you don't love something. It just means you love yourself too.
Yeah. So, so and I have to add to that statement. Sometimes you have to love yourself more to protect yourself and move on from things.
Well, it's not just really more. It's just you have to understand that you have to love yourself before you can love somebody else.
Mm.
It's sometimes you have to let somebody else go so you can love yourself.
Right.
And that's the hard part because because a lot of people are relationship orientated.
Mm-hmm.
They have to have somebody in their life, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
To fill a hole. Because I know just the way I grew up, there's just me in the world. Because my life is just rough.
Yeah.
And so, but on the outside, people thought I had a great life. I was doing this, doing that. But in reality, if they actually knew where I was sleeping at and what I was doing, like, wow.
Right.
I mean, I had a best friend growing up. He knew, but he was my best friend. And in fact, today I still talk with him.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, little one.
Oh, sorry, we have dogs. And sorry if they're making noise. But yeah, so to heal, to all these issues, you do sometimes have to say goodbye to something that you love because you love yourself too, and
Right.
you got to protect you, and that can be in many different
Oh yeah.
areas.
I mean, it
it
could-
doesn't have to be a relationship. It could be something that you're doing or that you
Like
love
me.
to do, but
Like bread. I love bread. But guess what?
it could
I-
be food. See,
I said goodbye to bread, and I'm dropping the pounds. I'm dropping my sugars. I'm dropping all kinds of crazy stuff.
right? But see, that's for you.
Right.
But it might work for somebody else.
Right.
Somebody else might have that same issue. You
and
know,
let me tell you, bread is hard to get rid of.
because everything is around that.
Right. Well, everything you eat is around bread.
It has some kind of
Some sort of wheat to it.
right, and that's hard.
Right. All right. So number 4.
The lesson you struggle with will repeat itself until you learn from it. I've been there, done that.
Yep.
So I can speak clearly on you're gonna get that until you learn from it. Because I've been like, why is this happening again? Because I didn't learn from the first time it came around.
Right.
So I know all too well, y'all, what that's about. And trust me, just flip and learn, because it's not I don't like going around the mountain
But see,
several times.
but see-
I
but
just
here's-
like to just learn it.
Right. We all do. So why not? See, that's where mentors come in.
Right.
Mentors can help you get through that, so you don't get the deja vu of I've been here before.
Right. And now here's a good one. You guys go look it up, because here's the truth about going around the mountain and having to learn that lesson about the Israelites when they were finally freed from Egypt. This is something that I really fully wasn't aware, and I went to Bible school, and I wasn't fully aware of this one. But from where they were captured in Egypt to where the promised land was only 13 days away.
And they went around the mountain.
And they took 40 years to get to it.
Right.
But on top of that, the reason for that taking 40 years instead of just 13 days was because they weren't willing to let go of their past and be freed from that so they could have a better future.
Right.
So that's the lesson here. Letting go of the past, not living in the past, so you could have the better future, because it was amazing what was in, their promised land, that 13 days. Now, wouldn't you rather go 13 days as opposed to 40 years to get where you want to be?
Right.
That's the power of having mentors, having coaching, having whatever, because you can cut that 40 years into 13 days.
Right.
Essentially that's the concept, because and the reason that they had to travel was because they, like I said, they couldn't let go of their past. They had to let that go. And we also have to let go of some of the things that we hold on to,
Right.
so we can have that better future again, so we don't have to struggle with the lesson that God's trying to teach us. We have to let go of some things,
Oh yeah.
and that's the hardest part. But then again, if you have the help and the people that will speak into your life, whether you like it or not, and they still love you,
Right.
they love you through it. If you find those people, hang on to them, because you're going to get further.
Right. Because we are who we are by what we live through, right? So pick and choose the good stuff that you've been through and cherish it. I understand, like, okay, I don't want that in my life. Well,
I mean, I know we have all done things in our past that we regret. We've all had a past. We all have a past. It's how are you still living in the past and regretting those things? Or I've come out of that. I know how you are, and this is how I'm free from it, and I can help you get through it.
right.
You
That's
use it as your testimony as opposed to you wallowing in it.
Right. There you go. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Totally.
And that's what we look at.
Right.
Number 5, I think we can keep going. We have a few minutes.
Right.
Sure.
Okay. If you keep one hand on your past, well, we just talked about
Yeah. If you keep one hand on your back.
this, and one hand on your future, you will never have either. To embrace tomorrow, you must let go of yesterday.
To embrace today,
You must stop obsessing
obsessing
over
over
tomorrow. Well, that's a
it kind of goes hand in hand with number 4, basically.
Right.
It does really go hand in hand.
yeah.
Yeah.
Because even if you're obsessing, it's okay. So part of we first half of that we talked about number 4 basically.
Right. So I'll repeat it just so you can have it in your hand. If you keep one hand on your past and one hand on your future, you'll never have either one.
Right.
But to embrace your tomorrow, you must let go of yesterday. To embrace today, you must stop obsessing over tomorrow. Like, what's going to happen tomorrow? Are we going to be okay? You know, that kind
Right.
of thing.
Or
That's obsessing.
right. Or where's that money going to come from? How are we going to do this?
Right.
Right. So yes, you need to think about it, but not obsess about it.
Right. And then we have to go one step further with that. Who are you really trusting?
Right.
Do you have your trust in the Lord? Because he said he takes care of the birds in the air. How much more will he take care of us?
Right.
You know, so who are we really trusting in?
And what are you afraid of? Because if God said that he'll take care of you, why is there fear?
Mm.
Now that's living in the faith. Totally living in the faith.
Right.
But you also got to remember too, God creates opportunities. You have to understand the opportunities to take it to make the money.
There is that. Right. And so like that all goes hand in hand. If we're listening and we're paying attention, he takes care of us. Why are we afraid? But if we just sit and listen, he gives us the answer.
Right.
He shows us the answer, gives us the answer, directs us to the answer. We just have to be willing to listen. So who's listening?
Right.
Are you listening?
Listening.
Right? I think we only got 2 more, so we'll cover those really quick.
All right. So you never know how valuable your health is until you are fighting for it. So fight for it now before you have to. Before you have to. Thanks. Sorry.
Yeah.
So think about your health. Don't think, oh, I'm young, I'm invincible, I don't have to worry about it right now. No, think about it now. Think about what you're doing. So, because like diabetes, right? Diabetes is caused from not eating right, or you have a medical condition that brought it on, or something. But all that could be treated with what? Proper eating.
Right. It's been proven, and we've found that to be true.
Right.
We found somebody that created through science, through whatever, about the diet and foods that you should be eating to be healthy. And no, is it easy? No,
it's not.
It is not easy. And he's done it. I mean, I was going to do some of it too, but it is hard.
It is.
But again, she also said that it's something you do for this period of time. So are you willing to take that 6 to 12 weeks? Wasn't it 6 to 12 weeks? 6 to 12 weeks of really doing it. And you did it mostly. There was a couple of things that we didn't do because
I didn't do the exercise like she said, but I did exercise, just not the way she said it.
Right. And you still saw the results.
Yeah.
But if you do it the way that it was said, you can. And we've seen your numbers go down. I mean, medically, it's proven.
I got lab proof to show it.
Right. So
I went from a 9.3 on the A1C down to a 6.2.
Right. So it is possible. It's proven it can be done. And this is not necessarily, hey, buy my supplement. I mean, no, that's not what this was at all. No. It was food that you eat, not supplement. Now, I thoroughly believe in supplementation. And because I am in kind of the health and wellness industry, I have been for a long time. But so I do believe in good supplementation, good nutrition in the company. Again, I'm going to vet them, but it's necessary to have that because the knowledge and stuff that I have is if we take care of ourselves now, then I'm going to save thousands of dollars in the future
Right.
because I won't have all these medical bills because I didn't take care of myself from the beginning.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm paying a little bit more up front now,
Yeah.
but I'm saving money in the long run.
Right.
And I'm going to live a lot longer because I'm eating healthier or whatever. Just something to think about,
Right.
you know.
And this health or this way of eating basically takes you off a lot of your meds that you don't need to have.
Yeah, it's proven. The
Right.
proof is there. The medical proof is there.
Right.
You know, if you want to know more about it, drop me and, you know, we can direct you to that. That's what we love to do. If we have knowledge, we're not going to hang on to that knowledge. We're going to share that knowledge because that's what, you know, that's what's gifted. That's the gift. We find something that's going to help people. I'm not going to just go, oh, well, this is my secret.
Right.
You know, you're going to have to do this to get the secret. No, I'm just going to tell you what it is. And you know what I mean?
Right.
That's how it's meant to be. So.
All right. So number 7, your journey starts and ends entirely in your mind. No matter where you end up, no matter how rich, pretty, famous, or successful you become, you won't
enjoy any of it if you get there at the expense of your mental health.
Right. I know a lot of dads, a lot of moms, a lot of people who work, and don't enjoy it. They don't take the time for a healthy relationship with their family, or their kids, because they got to make that money. They got to live that certain lifestyle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, but you can live that lifestyle without killing yourself.
Right. Well, and then, but also it's talking about how the mind is too. If your mind is always here, gotta get this, where's your family? How are you going? I mean,
well, that's what I'm saying.
Even if you are not like rich in money, you know, like you're a millionaire, because believe me, you can have a millionaire and still be in this situation,
right,
and not be in good mental health because, you know, you just have this money and you're not even able to enjoy it.
Right.
So
what was saying is, like, are you always busy that you can't take the time to enjoy yourself, or are you so stressing over everything that's going on, so you have all this mental anguish going on? And because a bad mentality equals stress, equals heart disease, equals
it deteriorates from there.
Yeah.
You know, so relax, enjoy life, take that moment to go to hell with everything else for this moment.
Right.
And just enjoy whatever it is. You know, don't be so busy that you can't just stop for a minute, you know, and enjoy a moment or enjoy some time with your kid, with your husband, with your whatever, you know.
Right. Because like we have girlfriends date nights, right?
Yeah.
Do a date night. Do a kid night. Watch kid movies.
Mm-hmm.
Grandkid movies, whatever.
Yeah. And wherever you're at in your life. Yeah.
Right. I mean, what's like going to the store like today, right? I had wife come drop me off some tools because I forgot them here at the house. So she went and I said, like, well, you want a slushie? I was like, or coffee? I was like, well, get the slushie. Like, you just want one? I was like, well, I hope you get one too.
Right.
So we had a slushie date.
Right.
5 minutes. She was in and out. Dropped off. We did our lovey-doveys, and I went back to work. But it's just that's what I'm saying though. But it's just a quick little thing.
Right.
It eases the mind. Like, oh, hey, we love each other.
Right. It was something so simple, you know, but he knew that I cared about him, even though it was just, I'm bringing you something, but can I bring you something else to enjoy while you're there?
Right.
You know, because it's warm out, blah, blah, blah. That kind of thing, you know.
Right.
Little things like that can help a lot. And can ease a mind, you know.
Mm-hmm. Or a heart.
Right.
So I'm saying, do the things that give you a healthy mind. Mm-hmm. Like read the Bible, read a book, watch a good movie, There's some good action movies out there,
Right. You
but there's this. What I'm saying is though is take the moment, take the time
to
and-
just enjoy.
right.
Yeah.
Just so you can just blank the brain out and just
Hmm.
veggie on whatever you're doing.
Right.
So if you don't do that, it builds up, it stresses, then you start fighting, start fighting with your spouse, start fighting with the world, you start fighting with yourself. And 90% of the time, you fight with yourself and it just comes out on everybody else.
Hmm.
I mean, I've done that.
Right. So just like I said, good advice to keep yourself in straight and whatever. So if you guys want these written out, drop a 2 down there and I can have a printout for you if you want to have that visually, because I know some people like visual
Right.
things that they can actually see. But if you found value in this tonight, please let us know. Put a thumbs up. It would be great. And that's all we got for you tonight. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and we'll be coming back next week.
Same time, back Team Bet channel.
Right, and I
She lost her mouse.
I lost it. Oh no! Hey, we're gonna have some fun here. Oh, there it is. Yay! All right, that was fun. Okay,
All right, guys.
have an awesome night, and we'll see you
next
same
week.
time next week.
All right.